ISE is a program that allows students to use the language that they have learned in the classroom. So it is an extension of what they are learning, but also they can learn it in a setting that is very, very natural.
ISE has a different philosophy. ISE wants the students to be students of the culture and not tourists taking in the culture. They are students that are living the culture, and I like that. That's important to me as a teacher, that they become French and that they not look at the French like they're in a zoo.
Staying in hotels is fun, but French people don't live in hotels, and they don't have like beds made for them every day, and they don't have croissants every morning.
From a teacher standpoint, the strongest kind of learning is from actually being in a setting where you learn it, where it actually is occurring.
Donc c'est nous. On est là.
The family stay component is really critical. They get to be a part of the everyday life of a family. And there's so much information that's not in a textbook that you can't get any other way.
Students have actual interaction with French people in actual French homes, so you learn that maybe the doorknob looks a little bit different, that maybe the plumbing is a little bit different, and you learn that in the setting. It's not learning from a textbook, so it's actually learning.
You actually get to live with the French. You actually get to see what happens.
And the students who go into the homestay have to learn to adapt to another family situation. If they're suburban kids, they may be on a farm. If they're farm kids, they may be in the city. It's valuable as just on a human experience to have to adapt to something new.
I was really nervous when we were in the bus because I had emailed, corresponded with my French sister, but you know, you never know. But it turned out fine. As soon as I met them, I saw them when we were in the bus. I knew exactly. I was like, that's my family, and it was fine. They were so nice and so embracing. It was really great.
At first I was afraid to speak French because I was afraid they would laugh at me, but they understood. They would help me out if I didn't know how to say something.
We always ate dinner together. That was really important, and like they give me speeches about how it's important to eat dinner together and how it is like center of the family.
Oui, bien sûr, j'ai jamais le contraire, mais ça doit être l'explication pourquoi il n'a pas reconnu.
The thing that was shocking the most to my students was that they all sit down and eat together. And that's something that's not in American culture these days. So.
J'aime la France parce que c'est très belle. C'est une expérience incroyable parce qu'on peut voir plein de choses et on peut rencontrer les Françaises et c'est super.
They get to meet other people their own age, and they find out that they aren't foreigners. They're the same as I am. It's something a teacher can't give them, that their peer group can, but their peer group speaks French.
ISE is a company that does distinguish itself as being different from others because it is a nonprofit organization. So their resources and monies are going to go for the benefit of the students.
ISE really stands behind its faculty because we are the conduits of the information, and when we have lots of good information, then the program runs smoothly.
We meet with our students once a month before we come, and we are sent units by ISE that they have prepared in French on various aspects of culture, money, using the metro system, history, culture, just nitty-gritty information that is very, very helpful for students to know. So I think a parent would certainly be assured that your student is going to be very well prepared because ISE provided all of this information for the teachers to share with them and to practice dialogues, to practice situations, to go through what-if moments. So I think that the background that ISE offers then and the support that it offers to the teachers should be reassuring also to the parents.
Le premier voyage que j'ai pris, c'était avec ISE et puis j'ai pas du tout parlé français. C'était très difficile pour naviguer les villes ou quoi, n'importe quoi avec le séjour en famille. J'avais beaucoup de difficultés. Donc, mais après ça, j'avais bien envie d'apprendre français afin de revenir en France pour pratiquer ce que j'ai appris pendant le séjour ou en école, quoi. Donc, ouais, je crois que c'est toujours très important pour ceux qui parlent français ou ceux qui ne parlent pas. Donc.
Au revoir. Even though you practice in class, when you get out in the real world and you have to use real application and hear like, you know, somebody that's actually French, like speaking the language, it's a lot tougher and you have to pay a lot more attention and you end up learning a lot more in the end.
Monsieur, les sandales aussi.
Sandales aussi, merci. Vous voulez un sac comme ça? Vous voulez un sac?
Ouais.
Un sac?
Ouais.
I see a lot of kids that at the beginning were very timid, were very shy, were unsure of themselves, that now are speaking very easily and very much at ease in doing that. So you approach them in French and it's no problem, it's not like a de moment for them, it's a natural response of responding in French.
Il m'a aidé beaucoup avec parler français parce que maintenant je suis très confortable de communiquer, de demander des questions aux Parisiens quand même avec les Français. C'est beaucoup mieux maintenant après ma reste avec ma famille parce que 6 jours avec une famille, pas d'anglais, rien d'anglais, c'est tous français donc ça aide n'importe quel niveau que tu commences.
Still am not great at speaking, but I can understand a lot more. It's not just when I'm in a crowd of people speaking French, it's not just a murmur anymore, it's like actually has meaning.
Speaking only French for 6 days can do nothing but help you.
France is just one of those places you have to visit sometime in your life. I mean, the museums and all of the sites that you go to are just mind-boggling.
I was never really big on history, but coming to a country where there are centuries of history is just like blown my mind.
The other programs that I did, it was a list of sights to see, and this certainly has many sights to see, but that's not the whole point. The point is that the sites are places to go where you can use French, where the cafe across from the site is almost as important as the site itself.
Standing in front of a statue that was built 300 years ago, and and then riding the most modern metro in France, and I think that it's really kind of a juxtaposition in the culture of old things and new things, that there's something here for everybody.
Alors, l'église juste en face, là, et puis suivre
Alors, c'est Michel qui explique au professeur.
Les grandes églises. Trop marrant, hein? Alors, l'église, c'est là, tu vois?
I had so much fun and it was so cool to see the sights and climb the Eiffel Tower. That was the coolest experience of my life.
At first I was like, oh man, this is really tall, I'm tired. Once it started up, I was adrenaline, I was jogging. It was amazing. You got up and you're like, wow, I'm actually in Paris. Like that's when it actually hit.
ISE is an ideal program for a teacher because the kids are asked to be students of the culture, and I like that.
I can picture myself living here. It's so crazy.
Being here is just moving. Like you just don't, I don't think until I get home I'm gonna know that like,
oh my gosh, I was in France. Like, it's just crazy.
Everyone at home should be totally jealous because it was so amazing. I had so much fun.
Well, hopefully it will make me a better person because I know another culture now. I won't be a conceited American.
Whether or not to go with the ISE program, I would say definitely do it because it's an experience that you're going to be able to take with you for the rest of your life, and you're always going to be able to look back and smile upon it because it was just that much fun.
I think they got an insight that is invaluable and not available in a book, and not available when you're the tourist looking out the bus window.